Gentlemen, if you have been frustrated by weaker performance or by not feeling as strong as you once did, I want you to take a deep breath because the solution may literally start there. The way you breathe can either restrict blood flow to your most important areas, or it can unlock a natural pathway that delivers more oxygen, more circulation, and more strength. The good news is this: you do not need pills or complicated routines. With a simple breathing technique I'm going to teach you today, you can calm your body, open your blood vessels, and improve firmness in a way that feels natural and under your control. By the end of this video, you will have a tool you can start using tonight to boost your blood flow and restore the confidence you deserve. An erection is not just about arousal, it is at its core a blood flow event. Think of it as a perfectly timed orchestra between your heart, your blood vessels, and your nervous system. Your arteries must open wide, blood must rush into the erectile tissue, and enough pressure has to build inside to keep that blood trapped there. Only when all of these steps line up does firmness happen and last, and the fuel that makes this entire process possible is oxygen. Without a steady supply of oxygen-rich blood, even the strongest desire cannot turn into the strong, lasting performance you want. When you breathe fully and deeply, your blood is saturated with oxygen, and that oxygen is delivered directly to your pelvic region, fueling the very tissue that creates and maintains an erection. The problem is that many men, especially as they age, develop a habit of shallow chest breathing. This type of breathing is quick, shallow, and mostly fills only the upper part of the lungs. When that happens, your body never gets the deep supply of oxygen it truly needs. Why is this important? Because stress breathing triggers stress chemistry. Hormones like cortisol and adrenaline flood the system. These hormones prepare your body for fight or flight, not for connection or intimacy. They tighten the blood vessels, make your circulation less efficient, and redirect blood flow away from the pelvic region towards your arms and legs, because your body thinks it needs to run or fight, not perform sexually. Over time, if shallow breathing becomes your normal state, you live in a low-level stress mode that quietly undermines your erections. Deep, slow belly breathing, often called diaphragmatic breathing, has the opposite effect. When you breathe this way, you draw air all the way down to the base of your lungs. Your diaphragm, the large muscle under your rib cage, moves downward and creates space for your lungs to expand fully. This movement pulls in far more oxygen with each breath, oxygen that immediately binds to your blood cells and is carried throughout your body. At the same time, this style of breathing switches on your parasympathetic nervous system. This is your body's rest and restore mode, the mode that supports digestion, healing, recovery, and most importantly, intimacy. When the parasympathetic system is active, blood vessels relax, circulation improves, and blood is directed back into the pelvic region where it supports firmer, stronger, and longer-lasting erections. Here's what happens step by step when you breathe the right way. As you inhale deeply through your nose, the diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle sitting just beneath your lungs, contracts and moves downward. This action creates more space in your chest cavity, lowering the pressure inside your lungs. In response, air rushes in, filling the lungs more completely. Unlike shallow chest breathing, which only fills the top portion of the lungs, diaphragmatic breathing draws air deep into the lower lobes, where there is a greater supply of blood vessels ready to absorb oxygen. That oxygen is then transferred into your bloodstream. Each red blood cell carries hemoglobin, a protein designed to bind with oxygen and transport it to every corner of your body. The more fully you breathe, the more oxygen your red blood cells can carry. This means that when you practice deep breathing, you're literally increasing the amount of oxygen-rich blood available to nourish your heart, your muscles, your brain, and importantly, your pelvic region. But the power of this technique is not only in the inhale, the exhale is just as important. Like when you breathe out slowly and fully, especially through the mouth, you stimulate the vagus nerve. This long nerve stretches from your brainstem through your chest and down into your abdomen, touching many of your body's most important organs. Activating the vagus nerve sends a powerful message throughout your system. It is safe to relax. This calms your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and helps your blood vessels open wider. Wider arteries mean improved circulation, and when circulation improves, erections naturally become stronger and more reliable. This combination, oxygen-rich blood from deep inhalation and open, relaxed arteries from slow exhalation, creates the perfect environment for sexual performance. More blood arrives where it is needed. It flows more smoothly and it stays there under pressure. That is why this simple change in breathing can have such a noticeable effect, firmness, and the benefits go far beyond the bedroom.
Men who practice proper breathing often report increased daily energy, sharper focus, and improved mental clarity. Their bodies recover faster after exercise because oxygen is delivered more
efficiently to tired muscles. Stress levels drop, sleep improves, and overall vitality increases. Breathing correctly is not a complicated practice, yet it is one of the most overlooked natural tools we have for circulation, performance, and quality of life. Now let me guide you step by step through the breathing technique itself. The first step is to get comfortable. Find a position where your body feels supported. You can sit upright in a chair with your feet flat on the ground, or you can lie down on your back with your knees slightly bent. The key is to be relaxed, but alert, not slouched or tense. Once you are in position, place one hand gently on your chest and the other hand on your belly, just below your rib cage. These hands are not only resting there, they are your guide. As you breathe, you want to feel the hand on your belly rise and fall, while the hand on your chest remains mostly still. That is how you will know your diaphragm is doing the work and that you are breathing deeply into the base of your lungs rather than shallowly into your chest. Now take a slow breath in through your nose, counting to 4 in your mind. As you do, focus on gently expanding your belly outward as if you were filling a balloon in your abdomen. You should feel your lower hand rise while your upper hand stays steady. That expansion tells you that oxygen is reaching the deepest parts of your lungs, where the rich blood supply waits to carry it into your circulation. Once you have inhaled fully, hold the breath for a count of 2. Do not strain or tighten your body. This is not about forcing anything. Instead, think of it as giving the oxygen a moment to spread into your blood to fuel your cells and prepare your body. Now exhale slowly and smoothly through your mouth for a count of 6. Let your belly fall back inward as your lower hand sinks with it. Imagine releasing not just the air, but also tension from your body, stress, tightness, and distraction, leaving with every breath out. When the exhale is complete, pause gently for a count of 1 before beginning the next inhale. This rhythm, inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6, pause for 1, is the foundation. It is slow enough to calm your nervous system, but structured enough to keep your attention focused. If it feels awkward at first, do not worry. With practice, it becomes natural. Almost like a meditation. Aim to repeat this cycle for 5 to 10 minutes each day. You can practice in the morning to set the tone for your day during breaks at work to release stress, or in the evening before bed to prepare your body for deep rest. With time, you will begin to notice changes. Your whole body may feel warmer as blood flows more freely. Your mind may feel clearer as stress hormones drop and oxygen fuels your brain. And in your most intimate moments, you may notice a stronger sense of control, of firmness and energy. What starts as a simple breathing practice can become one of the most powerful, natural tools you have for improving your blood flow and restoring confidence. So why does this matter down there? Because the arteries in your pelvis, just like the arteries in your heart and brain, respond directly to nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a natural chemical messenger your body produces that tells blood vessels to relax and open wider. When those vessels relax, more blood can surge in, filling the erectile tissue fully and with less resistance. Without enough nitric oxide, the vessels stay tighter, the flow is weaker, and firmness suffers. Deep, slow breathing has been shown to increase nitric oxide levels in the lining of your arteries. Each time you draw oxygen deeply into your lungs, your body responds by releasing more of this vital chemical. That means greater dilation, more room for blood to circulate, and a healthier, more consistent supply of oxygen-rich blood reaching the pelvic region. And think of it like opening the floodgates of a dam. With every deep breath, you allow a stronger wave of circulation to flow through, nourishing the tissues in your pelvis and fueling the erectile chambers. Over time, as you repeat this practice day after day, the vascular system itself becomes stronger and more responsive. The arteries learn to open more easily, blood arrives faster, and it stays trapped longer in the erectile tissue, which is the exact formula your body needs for firmer, more reliable erections. You can use this breathing method in more than one way, and that is what makes it so powerful. First, think of it as daily training for your body, almost like exercise, but for your blood vessels and nervous system. By practicing it every day, you are conditioning your arteries to stay more flexible and your nervous system to stay more balanced. Over weeks and months, this steady practice retains your body to spend more time in a calm, circulation-friendly state instead of the constant tension that stress and shallow breathing create. The result is not just better blood flow in the moment, but a foundation of healthier function that builds over time. How to for seeing gets even more useful. You can also call on this technique in the moment when you need it most. Before intimacy, taking just a few minutes to breathe in. This way can completely change your state. It lowers the nervous tension that causes performance anxiety. It slows racing thoughts, and it signals your body that it is safe to focus energy on pleasure instead of stress. When your mind is calm and your vessels are already opening, you set the stage for a much stronger and more reliable flow. Some men even find that using this breathing while they are already intimate helps them stay in control. By focusing on the rhythm of the breath, they keep their body relaxed, their heart rate steady, and their mind present. This makes it easier to last longer without rushing, and it keeps the experience from being clouded by worry. Instead of stress stealing the moment, the breath guides the body into deeper connection and better performance. Think of it this way. Daily practice builds the foundation while using it before and during intimacy. It's like flipping a switch that puts your body in the best possible state for performance. Breathing is powerful on its own, but it becomes truly life-changing when you pair it with the right everyday habits. Think of it like building a strong house. Breathing is the foundation, but you still need the walls and the roof to keep it standing strong. The first key is hydration. When your body does not get enough water, your blood becomes thicker, almost like syrup, and that makes it harder for the heart to pump and for circulation to reach every corner, including your pelvic region. Staying hydrated thins the blood naturally, making it easier to flow through open arteries. Even a small improvement in hydration can mean more oxygen delivery, better nutrient transport, and a stronger response when it counts. Next, let us look at food. The same nitric oxide pathway that deep breathing activates can be supported through your diets. Leafy greens like spinach, arugula, and kale, along with beets and citrus. Fruits are packed with compounds that boost nitric oxide levels in your blood vessels. It is almost like you are giving your circulatory system a double push. Breathing opens the door, and food provides the key that unlocks it wider. Eating these foods consistently is like fueling your body's natural pharmacy. And the results show up not just in better erections, but in overall cardiovascular health. Then there is movement. Blood vessels, like muscles, stay healthier when they're used regularly. Daily physical activity, even something as simple as a 20-minute walk, trains your arteries to stay flexible and responsive. The more flexible they are, the better they handle the increased pressure of blood rushing in during arousal. You do not need to push your body to extremes. Light walking, stretching, or gentle exercise is enough to keep circulation strong. This type of activity also lowers stress, balances hormones, and makes every other habit more effective. When you combine these pieces, deep breathing, hydration, nitric oxide-rich foods, and daily movement, they work together in harmony.
Breathing calms the nervous system and opens vessels. Water makes the blood easier to move. Food supplies the natural chemicals for dilation, and movement keeps the entire
Vascular network healthy. Together, they create the perfect environment for a strong, reliable circulation, and the stronger your circulation, the stronger your performance, not just in
the bedroom, but in every part of your life.
So here is the bottom line. Men over 50 often look for complicated answers to performance problems.
But sometimes the simplest fix is right under your nose. Literally. By learning how to breathe deeply and correctly, you can increase oxygen, relax your blood vessels, calm your nervous system, and send more blood flow exactly where you want it. Practice it daily, use it before intimacy, and combine it with healthy living. In time, you may find that your body feels stronger, your confidence grows, and your performance improves naturally. This is Dr. Sophia Carter reminding you that your breath is more powerful than you think. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.